What's up, everybody? My name's Chance, and today, whoa, audio sounds a bit weird in here. Today we're coming live from a new house. If you couldn't tell from the wall behind me, there's no bed or TV or any of that stuff that was normally there, and it looks like the audio is still picking up fine. It looks actually like I'm a little bit louder here. Sorry, my phone's already going off. But yeah, enough about my personal life. Today we're going to be hopping into a Hero of Visitation deck, and oh, also I wanted to apologize for no video yesterday. Obviously this is what I was doing, so just got the computer over today, got the internet set up today, and yeah, figured I'd go ahead and get a video out for you guys. So on our last Hero of Precinct One deck, the Boros Mentor deck, we had somebody comment and say this deck would be really fun with Divine Visitation. He knew it was a more aggro based deck, but he'd really like to see it, and so it kind of inspired me to make a Hero of Precinct 1 Divine Visitation deck, and I decided to go with the Naya color scheme for it. So yeah, we'll hop right into the deck tech or the deck breakdown, and then we'll get right into the games. And kicking us off, I am going to go ahead and say that I think there's a better version of this deck, but I've been working on it for like a day or two now, and really wanted to get a video out for you guys, and still a little bit pressed for time as we're still trying to rearrange stuff and get everything in order here at the new house. But yeah, I didn't want to miss 2 days in a row. So starting us off, we have two Ajani's Welcomes. This is to help keep you alive in aggro matchups. Obviously all you have to do is cast down some creatures, and you should be good to go. Two Legion's Landing. These help you ramp up a little bit, of course, as well as giving you the Angel Generator late game. If you manage to flip it into the Adanto first for it, then you just have to pay 3 mana plus tapping this land, so kind of like 4 mana, and you can spawn up 1 Angel every turn. So then we have 3 copies of Hero of Precinct 1, kind of the name of the game with the deck, you know, here. So and you guys saw it last deck, last video, whatever you want to call it. So 3 copies of Justice Strike. I really enjoy Justice Strike as it procs Hero of Precinct 1 for only 2 mana, as well as taking care of a lot of bigger creatures. Shanna is just good because we're trying to play a lot of creatures, you know, and it's she's a multicolored. Now some people could say Amara is a little bit better as she can actually generate you angels, but I feel like Shanna is better early game, as you're not going to be generating those angels early game, and you kind of want something that can defend you out. So we chose Shanna instead of Amara. Nonetheless, we have 2 Unbreakable Formations to try and keep our units alive in case they have sweeper effects like Ritual of Soot or, you know, that kind of stuff. Moving right along, we have 4 copies of Goblin Gathering. I just think this card works wonders with Divine Visitation. First time you play it, you get 3 angels. Second time, you get 4. Third time, you get 5. And fourth time, you get 6, which is ridiculous, right? 6 4/4 angels flying, vigilance for 3 mana. Yeah, sign me up. Then we have 2 copies of Deafening Clarion. Again, I really enjoy this card in the deck. It won't kill your angels, but it can still board wipe your opponents, and it can give all your creatures a lifelink, which can just be ridiculous and funny and awesome. So we have 2 copies of Naya Autumn, a really versatile card, and part of the reason why I wanted to take this deck into the Naya color combination, as she can remove artifacts or enchantments, she can gain you life, she can come down as a 4/3, which isn't too bad, right? She can deal with a lot of the early game threats. And then furthermore, she procs Hero of Precinct 1 alongside our other cards here. So moving us down, we have 1 copy of Ajani, Adversary of Tyrants. This is mostly to get back our Hero of Precinct 1s, but the +1/+1 counters on our units are also very nice, and if you manage to get them up to the emblem and minus them out for the 7, obviously that's going to be great with your Divine Visitation, spawning up 3 angels at the end of, or at each end step. So at your opponent's end step and yours, you're going to be spawning up 3 angels with Ajani's emblem. So moving right along, we have 2 copies of Conclave Tribunal. This is to deal with threats, be it enchantments, artifacts, creatures, planeswalkers, you know, whatever you may need to take out. 3 copies of Heroic Reinforcements. You guys saw in the last video that this worked wonders with heroes, so got to keep it in here. Also, it spawns up 2 hasted angels, so it's pretty good, as well as giving everyone +1/+1 that you have. 2 Divine Visitations. You guys know I don't like playing any more than just 2 copies, as they don't overlap. You know, if you have 2 copies of Divine Visitation down, it doesn't create you double the amount of angels. It just sort of protects you from getting one of them removed. So 2 is perfectly fine for me. We could obviously go up to 3 or 4 or whatever, but we'll leave it at 2. So, moving us right along, this deck does have a lot of cards in it. We have 2 copies of Tristani Discordant, make all your creatures get +1/+1, spawns up 2 1/1 white soldier creature tokens, and this is sort of the alternate win con to Divine Visitation. Just make all of your creatures really big and buffed and ready to swing in, then throw down like a Heroic Reinforcements or an Unbreakable Formation, make them trade bad, you know, that sort of standard token play. Then we have 2 copies of the Immortal Sun. Obviously, we're not playing any Planeswalkers, minus the 1 copy of Ajani. And honestly, you know, if you end up blocking out your own Ajani, it's probably worth it for the effect of the Immortal Sun. So just be happy, you know, minus them out if you can. If not, don't fret over it. The Immortal Sun is way better. So moving along, we have 2 copies of March of the Multitudes. The other reason why I wanted to go Naya with this deck tech is because of March. Obviously, we cast it out, and it's also going to proc Hero, so we're going to get 1 more creature off of every March of the Multitudes cast. And then you guys know my lands are kind of fucked. So that's going to be our deck. Here's the little curve for it in case those of you want to see it. We are only playing 9 creatures, but you have to remember a lot of our cards, like Goblin Gathering, spawn up tokens, so it's essentially like we're playing a little bit more. And yeah, we're just going to hop into game 1 here. Alrighty, here we are up against Azcura, I think. Axcura. Ooh, that's that's rough. I want to keep it, and I'm going to keep it, but I certainly would have wished one of these Divine Visitations was really anything else, like a Legion's Landing. Oh, that'd have been a gorgeous hand. Because then we'd have the 1, 2, 3 play. We have a Divine Visitation kickback for when we hit 5. But alas, doesn't work. Let's enter that tapped. We may pay the 2 to enter the Stomping Ground, but honestly the only thing we can really get out right now is a Shanna, and Shanna doesn't shine too bright by herself. Actually, we're going to get the Guildgate down because we can't pay the 2 to throw it down, so... And then we're probably going to go with Knight of Autumn. It looks like we're up... Ooh. I was going to say against Esper. Usually when you see the Hollowed Fountain, it's an Esper, but it's not. It's actually a Bont deck. Alrighty. I mean, honestly, they're not playing fast. Why should we? Let's just go ahead and get down our Shanna. Call it a turn. And honestly, there's an argument for playing nothing there, but if they have some removal, throw it down on the Shanna. I'd rather you get rid of her than my hero or my Tristani, you know. Shanna is more just like flavoring to the deck. And obviously, since they're not playing aggro, we won't need like that early creature threat too much. He's got something cooked up in his hand. But for 1 white or blue mana, I can't think of anything that could kill us unless it's the deal 2 damage to an attacking creature. So there's our 5 mana, which gets us our Divine. So we definitely want to save Tristani for after that. And I think with Knight of Autumn, we just want to destroy one of the treasure maps, honestly. Right here. Let's try and stop those tokens from spawning in, stop them getting that little bursty ramp effect. Stop their scrying by 1. Obviously, they still scryed into a card they wanted, but maybe they won't have enough mana. 1 blue mana, I feel pretty good about playing a Divine Visitation into. Also, we have another copy in case they do have a negate, which, your Spell Pierce, sure. I guess that works equally as well. We'll still swing in for the 4 though, so... And again, we have another copy, so maybe having 2 copies of Divine in our starter hand wasn't so bad. We'll just have to see though. Treasure map, I think it's flipped here, yeah. That is a little bit scarier for us. Revitalize. Okay. Well, they can still tap out their treasure tokens for counters, so... I'm not feeling the most confident. But we gotta go for it. Can't just play pussy all game. Hey, and it sticks. Does it get removed is the question. Yes? Probably. Yeah, who plays Invoke the Divine? Come on. This guy is no fun. Or girl. Whatever he or she is. You're not letting me have any fun, damn it. You're countering my shit. You're playing cards like Invoke the Divine that never fucking come out. You're just being a royal pain in the ass. I guess we go with Tristani next turn and hope she sticks. Them. I don't know. Looks like there's multiple women down there. Gifted Paradise on the Treasure Cove. I mean, I see where you're coming from. We did play the untapped land just in case they have another Spell Pierce. We want to be able to pay the 2. Alright, Shanna, do your work. Do the work of the king. We're going to be swinging in for 9 here. Next turn we got even more damage, so this could be lethal, given they don't have any answer to it, of course. Yeah, how's that feel? Tickled a little bit, huh? Also, I don't know if I'm going to keep the lighting like this, because the window is right here, right beside my desk, so it's very, very bright on half of my face. Not so much on the other half. Sure, Teferi. What card are you going to make me tuck?
Stand by and watch.
Because your Teferi's probably going to die unless he leaves up enough mana for like Settle. And he's drawing a card. He's got to have an answer. He's got to have a Settle or something. If that's the case, we'll just swing in with our Not a Bottom and lifelink creature token on the Teferi and swing in with one of our other lifelink creature tokens on his face. And hell, we might as well swing in with Shanna, right? Actually, maybe we only swing in with Shanna. Let's see. Because you don't plus your Teferi unless there's something going on, right? Let's go ahead and cast this down. He probably has a counter spell. He, she. I'm sorry. It's Force of Habit. Alright, so Shanna's a little bit bigger. Now let's take this and just throw lethal at his face. Root Snare. Okay. So we knew it had to be something. It was Root Snare. Should have known he's going to try and fog us out. Well, on the bright side, he still has to have another answer in hand, or I guess he can just draw into it with Chemist's Insight. That works too. And he got rid of a cancel. That's good for us. Oh, probably should have played the Guildgate. Oh well. I don't feel like that Guildgate is really going to matter too much, unless he makes us discard a card, and then we need the Justice Strike later. But I feel like that's the only situation in which keeping or getting rid of the Guildgate would matter. Cleansing Nova. Sweet. There goes all my creatures. Alrighty, so we're probably going to lose this game 1 up against this Teferi fuckhead. Which, you know, that's fine. He played Teferi, he got him on the board, he deserves to win. I think that's the way Magic goes. Obviously, I'm joking. Some people don't understand when I'm being like 100% sarcastic, and they just think that I'm like bitching way too much, which, again, to each their own. I guess we'll go for the March of the Multitudes, even though I'm fairly sure it's about to get countered. We don't have much other play here. If it does get countered, we'll probably just scoop it up and call it a loss. Let's be real. He has Teferi. He has probably half the deck in counters, half the deck in fog, and then it's just Teferi. I'm assuming he doesn't have an actual way to win.
Keep up the pace.
Of course, I haven't seen one thus far, at least in his deck. Although, who knows? Maybe he's playing some Divine Visitation deck that's just very controlling. Either way, we're definitely going to have to keep our games all in today, if that makes sense. I won't be able to edit out any of them, so annoying games like this where it's just me getting controlled, I won't be able to remove. But yeah, I guess that's okay. Looking for some removal. Hopefully he doesn't find it. Let's go 1 on Teferi. Maybe 2 on Teferi. I really just want to kill him though. I'd like for this game to be over now, please. Alright, he's down to 8. That's 2 all-in face attacks. And his Teferi won't be able to hit 8 before we could hit those to his face. So, he's going to have an answer on board. Of course, Teferi could always return a lifelink creature to our deck, which obviously would just get rid of them, but there's the Wilderness Reclamation. I knew you were going to play it. So what, really big Hydroid Krasis? Or you just playing Bont Fog like a pro? We'll have to see. Clearly I waited too late to get onto my matches today. It's about 2:05 on Eastern time, which means it's time for the tryhards to come out. Midday usually is what that means, right before school lets out. Alrighty, so he's definitely got another Teferi in hand we don't really care about because we're just trying to go to the face. Yo, I was about to say, it doesn't really matter what you untap with Teferi, you're untapping them all right afterwards. The Justice Strike unfortunately does not help us here, but let's do the all-in and see if he removes our creatures. If so, it's gonna be game, because I don't think we'll have any other answer for him slash his Teferi come time for him to proc the emblem. A cancel. I'll attack to the face. Alrighty, he's got to have an answer come next turn. He's got a lot of cards in hand. We have to believe that he has one in 6 cards. Treasure map. Cleansing Nova. What a refreshing sight. The bad thing is we can't even get heroic reinforcements and win off that, right? Because he's gonna have mana up for cancel every single turn. All right. Well, I think we call it here. Let's let him or her get through their entire phase, and we'll see what we draw. But highly doubt we're getting anything down. He has a cancel pretty much staring us in the face, so anything that could cause lethal will be canceled. Well, come on, now you're just showing off. I get it. You have Wilderness, you have Search. There's a cool combination where you can use Azcanta and then, you know, untap all your lands and then use Azcanta and then untap all your lands and then use Azcanta. Which, oh, they don't even care about. Unbreakable. Okay, so that's going to be a GG on game 1. I'm not going to make you guys or girls sit through that any longer than I'm willing to, so. Oh well. Hero Visitation can't beat every deck, I guess, is the lesson to be learned from that. Nonetheless, we'll hop on into a game 2. Korath will be our next. How does this happen? I have 24 lands in my deck, and you're gonna give me 1. All right, that's a little bit more manageable. I love how it always gives me Rootbound Crag, but then never the lands to play it down untapped. That's okay. It's probably just my mana fixing issues. So that's all right. You know, I never noticed in Justice Strike, like I noticed the Angel. The Angel is kind of the main piece. I never noticed she was standing on like what looks like the Rakdos card art. Looks like she's literally like standing on his neck. So we'll go ahead and get down the Rootbound just because we don't have any way to throw it down untapped as of yet, and I'd rather not, you know, try to hope we get it. And then we'll lead into the Legions. Now, obviously, we'll be able to get down a March cast come next turn if we want to, but I don't know if we do. want to be able to at least get 3 creatures. Ooh, a Guildgate means that on our next turn we can get up enough creatures for the legions to proc. But going up against Rakdos is a little scary, right? Because they gotta have some removal. Well, they don't have to, but we can safely assume that they do. Ooh, whoa, what? Grixis. That's odd. Alright, so we go March this turn, we go Tristani next turn. Don't counter it. They're playing Grixis, so Grixis control is probably the route. Anaz, yeah. Woohoo! What did I say? Did I call it or what? Come like 1 o'clock on Eastern Standard Time to about 5 or 6. You're gonna be running into about all control decks. 7, 8 out of 10 will be control decks. I don't really want to get rid of the land because it allows us. Well, there we go. We got it right back. I was gonna say because it allows us to get to Tristani, but I'm not getting rid of the Justice Strike or Tristani because, well, they're the 2 cards we really wanted. Justice Strike to take out the Nicole and Tristani to hopefully get us a little bit further ahead. Chemisters is good to see here. I'm glad he didn't save it for instant speed. Could have scared me a little bit. Gotta appreciate when your opponent plays his cards early. So I'm not quite sure what 1 mana red or black they could have here that, well, they could remove our vampire for sure. I don't think anything for 1 mana could remove Tristani though, so that's good. Shock, yeah, okay. Seems about right. Seems fitting. Let's leave the land. The only thing we need 6 lands for is the Immortal Sun, and this way if they have a discard card, maybe they try to play it. Probably not, yeah. Because they probably will just go for the removal. Oh, joy to the world. I love control decks. Counter? Watch this eat a counter. This is the thing that, oh no. This is the thing that I enjoy about control decks is they just put so much in there. They're like, I'll have about 10 copies, 15 copies of removal, about 10, 15 of counters, and then I'll have like 1 card that's a win con. Sounds good. So like, sure, they always end up winning if they can draw all the cards, you know, right or whatever. But every time I play against them, they certainly seem to have some pretty good card draw mechanics, right? Now, granted, playing the Chemister's Insight on his main phase was not the smartest. And now we're gonna flood. Joy, joy. It's okay. I was hoping to come back to Magic and enjoy a little bit of shenanigans, you know, but I should have came back hitting the ground running, playing some meta net decks. And it looks like my little shield thing down there is bugged. Alrighty. Maybe it'll undo come his combat turn. Enigma Drake. Alrighty. Nice. So this is an instant where Amara probably would have been better, as she can create angels just from attacking. But I guess it doesn't really matter because she's probably going to get countered or shocked out here, or lightning struck, whatever the requirement is. No need to attack. We don't want to lose our units. I'd rather swing them with all 3 of them, get our legions flipped so we have an angel generator. Now we just have to hope they don't have any removal until our attack turn. Terramander, that's not removal. Enigma Drake probably swings in. Yay, nay? No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Alright, well, before anything, let's just try to get to that attack phase and swing in. Woo, we did it. We got the angel generator. Fantastic. And Devon is down, so we're really hoping he doesn't have... Does Bedevil hit enchantments? I don't think it does. I don't know what we're hoping he doesn't have to get rid of Devon. I can't think of too many things in the Grixis colors. So yeah, just next it to the damage. That's okay. Yeah, that's fine. I wanted to make sure the auto tap wasn't going to screw me over, and it doesn't. So let's get that angel down, shall we? Oh no. Blink of an eye. Oh, joy. As I said, these decks are so fun to play against, I almost forget that I'm even playing Magic, and it's almost like I'm playing a game of chess. Let's just put a bigger threat down, right? Knot of Autumn can actually kill the Enigma Drake, so if you got some more removal, hit me with it. Yeah, murder. Sure, I'll take a murder on a Knot of Autumn. Let's keep the forest, just in case they have some discard shit or another Nicol. We don't want to discard a Divine just because we were like, oh, let's play a unnecessary land. Alright. Also, sorry I'm getting a little worked up over these games, but man, I was really hoping like I'd come in and just play some worser decks. Maybe not even worser. Maybe give me some mono red. I hate to ask for it, but like shit. At least in mono red the game's over quick. It's not like a slow grinding, you know, torture. These control decks, it's like, oh man, you never know if you're gonna get to play your cards. So like you get halfway through the match and then you're like, is it even worth it? Is the next 30 minutes of my life really worth that much disappointment? I guess we'll see. You guys stick around and watch, so I'm gonna keep making the content of it. Sure, Johnny's welcome. Alrighty, so you can't counter anything here. Ooh, you know what I just realized? Oh no, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyways. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think I could have made it to where we could have procced Danto and got Divine down, but I don't think so. So we'll just keep swinging in. Obviously, with Enigma Drake and Crackling Drake on his side of the board, he can definitely take us out very easily. Actually, he has enough damage right there. So, thank God this game 2 is going to be over. We did manage to get our Divine Visitation down, but let's be real, the chances that he has another Blink of an Eye is very real. So yeah, maybe don't try this hero deck against any control decks. Clearly, you guys are seeing we're getting our ass handed to us by the counters, by the shocks, and all the good, fun control stuff. Alright, I guess we'll try one more. I really only wanted to play 2 games today, but both those games sucked ass, I think we can all agree. So, let's hop into a game 3. Wraith? It's probably Wraith. Probably somebody trying to be cool and spell Wraith differently, so... Wraith will be our third foe for the day. Maybe we'll be able to pick up a victory. Clifftop and Rootbound in hand aren't the worst. Sure, they play tapped, but like, you know, it's still all of our mana that we could need. And a Selesnya Guildgate actually makes it to where we can cast out in March too. So yeah, I'm okay with these draws thus far. Oh great, we're up against the Gates deck. You know, in light of what we've been running up against, I'll take it. I'll be pretty happy about it. We just sort of, we have to save our cards and watch out for the Gates ablaze. The thing with Gates decks is they can always, Guild Mages Forum. That is an interesting one, for sure. Okay, so 2 more mana and we have the Divine Visitation, so... let's just wait. I mean, obviously, let's swing in, deal the damage we can. But come next turn, we'll have 4. Maybe we go ahead and throw down a March, get some damage in. I'm just thinking, like, we're going to have Divine Visitation 2 turns, maybe 1 if we draw an untapped land. I think that's better than anything. Grasping Thrall. This is a weird deck we're up against. Maybe... Okay, so another hero is actually fantastic. I'll take it all the way. Next turn we'll get the Divine Visitation down, and then hopefully the turn after that we go Tristani, and then March, and then another copy of March, and just blow our opponent away with the massive amounts of angels. We'll have to see. Also, though, if I pick up a victory against this guy, he's... Okay, Basila Belhunt is, that is a meta card, so I don't feel too bad now. Discards a card. Well, let's get rid of one of the March. I want everything else in hand. Sure, hit me in the face. See if I give a damn. Oh, that feels bad. I really wanted the untapped land. Not that I think it would have mattered there at all. We could have thrown down a march and gotten down 2 angels if we really wanted to, but seems like we would be stressing it a little bit much. Stretching, not stressing. I'm sorry. English language. I don't know what it is. I just say shit. I kind of like the card art for Grasping Thrall, but at the same time, I have no idea what a thrall is, like in Magic terms, because you got this, which is a thrall. Cool. You could think it's some weird harpy undead thingy. But then you also have the thrall, the Debtor's Transport or something like that, the big 5/3 monster, afterlife of like 2 or 3, whatever it is. And that's a thrall, and you're like, alright, I actually don't know. You guys all just look, you look like some Bleach characters, right? Okay, so yeah, let's play the Legion's Landing. Get 1 angel. Then play Tristani, get 2 more angels, and +1/+1. Oh no, get 4 more angels. I'm sorry, I forgot about the Hero of Precinct activating off the Tristani. So yeah, we're up to 5 angels now. We could honestly throw down the march if we wanted to and get down, you know, 4 + 2, 6 more angels. Which is ridiculous. Actually, we may do that. No attacks. We may do that come his turn. Because I think that's lethal, right? 6 more angels on his turn. That gives us 11 angels. 11 times 5 is 55. Oh no, Kai's Wrath. Well, we're glad we didn't do that, right? We're glad we waited and held out on it. So sure, he gained some life. Do we really care about the Ajani's Welcome? Probably not. So let's pay the 3 here. Alrighty. Solve that problem. Watch him have another Kaya's Wrath in hand. Like, oh yeah, no problem. I'm sorry, guys. I'm feeling a little bit out of it. Well, Choopy will take care of one of them. That's okay, honestly. Oh, and we got the Ajani. Wonderful. Let's get back the hero. And actually, we should have gotten down the Ajani's Welcome first. Yeah, I know. I know I misplayed there. I had a comment on the last video talking about why I didn't block with the Truefire Captain after it was indestructible. And I replied to one of the comments because I had, you know, 2 or 3 comments that said the same thing. That was like, "Yo, dude, you should have blocked there." And I responded to one of them, but it wasn't the one that you guys were like, "Oh yeah, like let's go read that one." So everyone read the first comment that I didn't reply to, and we're like, "Oh yeah, you definitely should have done that." Meanwhile, right down beneath it, it was like, "Yeah, I realize, you know, I should have done this, but I didn't." So, I mean, we can +1/+1 our angels, sure, because I don't want my Johnny to die. See in yourself what he sees. Obviously, he sees a tasty snack. Looking like that, there's no way he sees anything but like a big old juicy zebra in you. Also, I'd like to point out that Ajani is an albino lion. That's fucking awesome. Growth Spiral. You know, Hero of Precinct One works with his deck pretty fucking well, right? Basila, Grasping, Growth Spiral, Kaya's. I mean, the Ravenous is like whatever, really. But the rest of them, he can kill my Johnny here, but I don't know if he wants to. He does. He does indeed. Okay, well, we definitely killed the hero. The other 2 creatures don't have any effects worthwhile, so not a bottom. You know, it's not really the position I want to be in, but we will gain 5 life off of it. And he's got to have an answer come next turn. Honestly, a heroic reinforcements is just like GG, right? Well, at least we did manage to pick up 1 victory in this run today. I'm gonna apologize for those first 2 challengers being straight up control. Alrighty. Digging deep to try and find some removal, I'm sure. Jade Light Ranger. Oh, and he has a Tristani of his own. What kind of weird deck were you playing? It's a very odd, like, Guild Mages Forum style deck. Nonetheless, he's going to scoop it up, so we will end up defeating our third challenger, Wraith, whatever. However you say that man or woman's name. So yeah, nonetheless, hope you guys enjoyed the video. I do apologize again for yesterday having missed. If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like down below and a comment in the comment section if you have any suggestions for this deck, future decks, past decks. Also, let me know what you guys think about the new room. How does audio sound? I am going to be getting some posters for back here, some like Marvel, probably a Magic one. So yeah, it'll be nice. It'll be set up a lot better than just having to record in my room as I was once doing. So yeah, nonetheless. Oh, also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing. We are trying to hit 1,000 before April, which, you know, April's drawing very close. But hopefully before the end of April, so we can get into the pre-release event for War of the Spark. Because that'd be pretty dope and pretty nice. Furthermore, I do have another game that I'm going to be showcasing for you guys come later. It's not going to take the place of Magic or any of that. I just want to, you know, show it to you guys that it is going to be coming out, I think, on the 27th or the 24th. I'll have to check back before I make that video. But yeah, this one's probably gone on long enough. So as always, I'll either see you guys later tonight or tomorrow. And peace. What's up, everybody? I wanted to take a quick second to thank everybody who stayed all the way through the video, as well as give a special shout out to all my patron donors for helping support the channel. If you too are looking for ways to support the channel, consider hopping over to patreon.com/Dr. Spelkin. Try to make sure all support given to the channel is returned to those giving.